Oh, please, we are done with project 1, so we are moving on to project 2, and this project 2 talks about how to prepare our sales invoice, purchase invoice, and also stock summary. And as for this project, please take it very serious. Okay, so we are going to learn how to prepare our sales invoice so that we can use it to make orders from our customers, and we're also going to design our own purchase invoice to be able to make an order from suppliers. And also we are also going to design a system so that we can know the quantity and the levels of our stock we have in the stores. So we are going to create our project 2, so we just click on our blank desktop database because it's a new project, it's a new database. Okay, so we just have to click on the new one. Okay, blank desktop database. So it's project 2. It's project 2. I'm just adding the Btech to it. So project 2 Btech. Okay, so when I'm done with the file name, which is the project 2 Btech, then I'll click on create because we are creating new access database. Okay, when I click on create, the window will open for me. So this is the file name, project 2 Btech. Okay, and the system gave us a default table called table 1 and also a default field name called ID and a default data type also as auto number. I've told you, whenever you see a field name under the field name as this new, it means the data type is new, is auto number. Okay, so we are moving on to our first table. So we don't need to create a new table because the system has already given us a first table called table 1, so we just have to edit it to suit our first table we have in the book. Okay, so we just have to click on the design view, then rename it to be what? Customer, because the first table is customer table. Okay, when you are done, you just click on OK. So this is our first table, and when you check from the book, please try as much as possible so that you can get a copy of this book. It will really help you a lot. Okay, not and yet because of maybe academic purpose for now, but in future it will really help you. So if you'll be able to get a copy, it's available at my office, lab office. Whenever you come there, I'm always there. You can come for your copy. Okay, it's only 35 cedis, so take note. So when it comes to the customer table, the first field name we have on the customer table is customer ID, or ID is the same. Customer ID or ID is the same. ID. And the data type is auto number. Okay, so I will not change anything. It's auto number over here, so I will not change anything. And the next field name is first name, so I can make it F name. And the data type is short text. Okay, the data type is short text. And the next one is last name, and also I can make it L name. Okay, L name. And the data type is short text. And please, we can also change the field name, the data type. We can also change the field size to maybe 30. Okay, so to 30. We also change the last name, the field size to 30. So then we move on. The next one is address. Address, and the data type is short text. And we can also change the field size to maybe 25. Okay. The next one is city. We can make it 10. 10. The next one is country. Okay. The next one is country. And please, when you check from our company, the company is within Ghana, so mostly our customers will come from Ghana. So we can set a default value for the countryside so that whenever we get to the countryside, the Ghana will be there. Maybe if you have a different country, maybe Nigeria, South Africa, you just have to delete or edit the box, then you type in the new country. But you know, because the country is within this region or this country, because the business is within Ghana, okay, there are most of our customers are from where? Ghana. So you better type bebree, to waste time. Until you just have to set the system to default value. So we go to the field property, then we come to the default value. Then under the default value, okay, we just type in Ghana. So this is the default value. Okay, we just save the changes because as we have already told you, whenever you are the design view, you just have to save whatever you do here. Else, if the computer or the laptop goes off, you are going to lose everything. Because when at the design view, you have to save it, but at the data sheet view, the system will automatically save it for you. So when we are done creating the customer table, we just turn to the data sheet view. You just click on the design view, you just click on this icon. It's data sheet view icon, or you can press Control greater than symbol to send you to the data sheet view. Okay, on your keyboard, just press and hold the less than symbol, then it will turn you to the design view. Okay, so we want the data sheet view, so you can click or you can press your control key, then your greater than symbol. Yes. Okay, so as you can see, because we set the default value to Ghana, that's why you can, under the country side, you can find out Ghana over here. Okay, so we will just put in these small records. The first one is John. PO Box 32. And the city is Kumasi. Then I'll press my tab key. I don't need to type the Ghana because the country is Ghana. So I'll move on to the next one. The next one is Sandra Akoto. And the city is Accra. The country is Ghana. The next one is Jamal. Edu hyphen Safo. And the country is Ghana. The next one is Emmanuel. and the city is Kumasi. So John Obi. Three four four Lagos. So this time around, the default is what? Ghana. You just have to delete whatever you see here. Just delete whatever you see here. Then the country is what? Nigeria. Nigeria. So you just type in the right one. When you are done, you just close it. You don't need to save it because we are the data sheet view, so the system has automatically saved it for us. So let's check. Yeah, they are there. The records are there. There are 5 records. They are all there. So we move on to the next table, and the next table is talking about we are going to create our product table. Okay, the next table is creating our product table. So to create our new table, we just have to click on the create tab. Then we can select. I think the project one we are using the table. This time around you use table design and you know the difference. So as for the table design, it will send you to the design view of the table. So we just click on the table design. This is the design view. So the first field name is product ID. Product ID. And the data type is shortest auto number. And the next one is description or product name. Any of them is okay. Description. And the data type is shortest because it's shortest. We can make it maybe 30 or so, the field size. And the last field name is price, the price of the product. Okay, and the data type is currency because it involves with what? Money. So as for the table design, when you select the table design, you just have to select the primary key for the table. So as you can see, these are the 3 field names, but none of them is a primary key. So you want the auto number, the product ID to be the primary key. You just click on it, then you click on your primary key icon, or you can right click on it and you select your primary key icon. When you select your primary key, the key will appear on the left hand side of the field name. Okay, so when you are done, you just save changes. When you save it, the system will ask you of the table name, and the table name is product table. Okay, so click on OK. We are done saving it, so we can turn to the data sheet view and enter our records. The first record is jacket liner. And the price is, please, I've already told you, when it comes to the currency side, whether the symbol is dollars or euros or cedis, it's okay. The good thing is what you see the right data type, and the right data type in the currency. No? Okay, so if you choose how do you call it, currency, not dollar, euro, pounds, it's okay. CD sign, because as for Microsoft Word, no, they don't know Ghana CD sign. No. So just type in our 54. Then move on to the next one. And the price is 35 cedis. and the price is 25 cedis. Okay, so we are done with the next table, which is product table. Okay, so we move on to our next table, which is order table. Okay, so you click on create again, then table design, and the first field name is order ID. Order ID, and the data type is auto number. The next field name is customer ID. Name full, yes, customer ID, and the data type is number. And the next one is order date. Order dates, and the data type is what? Date or time. Okay, so we just select our primary key, and the primary key for this table is order ID. So you just click on it, then you click on design. Whenever the primary key icon hide, please click on design. Okay, then you click on the primary key icon. When you are done, you save changes. When you are saving changes, you just have to save the table name, and the table name is order. Okay, so this is our table name. So you just turn to the datasheet view. Okay, as for this table, you are not going to enter any records into the table. We are not going to enter any records into the table. And let's turn to the design view and do something small. As for the customer number, the default value will be 0. Always you have to delete the default value whenever you select a number as a data type for any field name. Just have to delete the default value, which is 0. So you just have to come to the field properties, then you delete the default value. Okay, so we turn to the datasheet view again. So now you can't find any 0 over here, so we just close it. We are done with it. So the next table is order line, and the first ID is line ID, and the data type is auto number. The next one is order ID, and the data type is number. The next one is product ID, and the field name, the data type is number. Sorry. The next one is quantity, QTY, or let's make it in full, quantity, and its number. Quantity is number 200, 300, 400, whatever. And the last one is line total, and its currency. Okay, so the first field name, the primary key of this table is line ID, so you just select it, then you click on your primary key icon, then you click on your save button, then you type in the table name is order line. Okay, so we click on OK, then you turn to the datasheet view. Datasheet view. So as you can see, we are having zeros over here, so we don't need these zeros. Okay, we don't need them, so we are going to delete the zeros. So you just turn to the design view again, then you select the order ID, you come to the default value under the field properties, you press your delete key. Okay, the same thing applies to the product ID, you just click on the field data type, then you come to the field properties, then you delete the 0 you see under the default value. You do the same thing for quantity. Okay, then you save changes, then you turn to the data sheet view. Okay, so this are our 4 tables we are having so far. We are moving on to the next tables. Okay, so we are done with the other line. We move on to the next table, and the next table talks about supplier. Okay, so also is we can make it S the supplier ID, and the data type is auto number, and the next one is supplier name, supplier name, and the shortest. You can change it, the field size to maybe 50 or 40. And the next one is address, and it's shortest. You can make it 30 over here for the field side. And the next one is telephone. Telephone. So we can do an input max. So our shift, then you press your 9, 3 zeros, then shift again, you press your 0, hyphen, then another 3 zeros, another hyphen, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. After that, you select your primary key, which is the supplier ID. Click on your primary key, save it, is supplier table. Supplier. Okay, you just save changes, then return to the record side, you turn to the data sheet view, you just put in your records, and the first supplier name, is maybe Sorabano, then the address PO, PO box maybe 1314. Okay, 1314 Kumasi. and then maybe telephone 055. Okay, we come to the next one. And the telephone number is maybe 0204455. Yeah, it is. We come to the next one. The next one is Maurice 026778899. The next one is Jamal from and so let's add another one. Zero 56. So this is our 5 records we are having under the supplier table. So we just close it for the supplier table. Okay, then we move on to the next table, which is the purchase order. Okay, we create the next table, which is the purchase order table. So we can select the table, and this is how the table is also. As for the table, it will come with a default table called table 1 and a default field name, and also a default data type. Okay, so just turn to the design view, then it will ask you of the table name. So the table name is purchase order. It's purchase order. Then you click on OK. The first field name is purchase the first field name will be purchase ID, and the data type is total number. The next one is supplier ID. And the data type is number. The next one is purchase date, purchase order date, okay, and it's date or time. So you just save changes, then return to the datasheet view. We come to we select the supplier ID, then we delete the 0 we see under the default value. Yes, you must save changes. So now we close it. Okay, then we move on to the next table. And the next table is talking about purchase order table. So we just have to create our new table, which is the purchase order table. So you click on the table, then you click on the design view icon. So it's purchase order line. Purchase order line. Okay, then we click on OK. So this is our the first field name is purchase line ID. So we can make it P line ID, and the data type is auto number. The next one is P purchase sorry, let me check something from, let me see, purchase ID. I made it purchase ID, so it's purchase ID, and the data type is number. So when you select the number, we can come to the default side. We delete the 0 we see over here. Then we move on to the next one, which is product ID, and it's also number. Okay, then we also come to the default value. We delete the 0 you see over here. Then we move on to the next. Is quantity. And the data type is number also. So we delete the default value. Then the next one is unit cost, because as for the purchase, we are not going to determine the price of the product. It's the supplier who is going to determine the price of the product. As for sales, determine the price of the product, but as for purchase, is the supplier who is going to determine the price of the product. So take note of that. So it's unit cost. Okay, unit cost is currency because it involves with what? Cash. And the last one is P line total, purchase line total. Okay, and it's also currency. So take note. So you just save changes, then you turn to the data sheet view. So you close it. We are having how many tables over here? 4. We are moving on to the final table. It's supposed to be 8 tables. 8 tables. Okay, supposed to be 8. So as for the 8 tables, the last table is opening stock table. So we turn to the opening stock. Okay, and the first field name is opening stock ID. So we can make it ID, and the data type is number. The next one is product ID, and the data type is number. Okay, then we delete the default value. We move on to the next one. The next one is quantity, and the quantity is also number, so we just delete the default value too. And the next one is unit cost, opening balance, and it's what currency. Okay, so you save changes and you turn to the data sheet view. So these are our 8 tables we are supposed to create for both the purchase and sales invoice and also stock summary. Okay, so we are moving on. When we are done designing or creating the tables, we move on to the next one. Is the next option is to create a relationship. Okay, we are going to create a relationship for the various tables. So before you create a relationship, you just have to make sure that you have closed all objects in access database, and the objects are the tables, the queries, the forms, report, macros, and modules. So take note, anytime you are about to create a relationship, you just have to close every object open within access database. So I am having one object open, which is the opening stock table. So I'll just have to close it. And let me remind you, whenever you are closing an object within access database, we don't use the close button over here, we use this one. Okay, so you just close the customer table. Then we are moving on to relationship. So to create our relationship, we just have to click on the database tools. So after clicking on the database tools, you click on relationship. After clicking on the relationship, these are the 8 tables we have. So you select everything, you just press your control key on your keyboard, then you click on the next line, click on the next one, click on it, click on it, click on the next one too, you click on it, then you click on the last one. So you have highlighted everything or every table on within the access database, then you click on add. Okay, when you are done, you can close it. You can also do it this way. You can click, then you hold, you drag it down, it will highlight everything. When you are using the mouse alone, you click and you hold, then you drag it, click, don't leave your hands, then you drag it down. Okay, it will highlight everything for you. But for now, we have already added everything, so we just close it, we don't need it again. So these are our tables, our 8 tables. We just have to can do some small arrangement, whether if you want it or if you don't want it, it's okay. It depends on you how you want the arrangement of your table. So these are our 8 tables we are having. Okay, let me bring my purchase line over here, and let me also bring my purchase order over here. Supplier. Let me put the supplier under here. Okay, then the product. Okay, let me do it this way. Then the product will be here, somewhere here. Then I'll have my opening stock to, I'll bring it here. Yes, but you can do it anyhow you want it. Sorry. So to make it easier for me, as you can see, I'm having 8 tables. So so I've just picked table by table. So the first table is customer ID, is customer table, and the primary key is what on customer ID. And I've already told you, whenever you are creating a relationship is created between a primary key and its own foreign key. And a primary key is a unique key that identifies a record in a table, and a foreign key is a primary key which has appeared on a different table. okay, but it's up appear on a different table with the same features. So as you can see, the first table is customer table, and the customer ID is the primary key. So I'll just look through the other tables. When it comes to the purchase order, we don't have any customer ID over here, but we have customer ID on the other table. So you just click and you drag it to the customer ID. You check from here the table or the query or the related tables whether the field names are the same. After checking everything, just enforce it. Then you check all the box. You check the relationship type is what, one to many. Then you click on create. So this is our one to many symbol. We move on to the next one, the next table. We move on to the next table. We don't have any customer ID over here. We don't also have any customer ID. We don't have customer ID. We don't also have any customer ID. Okay, so move on to the next table, and the next table is order. So when you check from, we have order over here. We also have order ID over here. When you come to the order table, the order ID is the primary key. So we have order ID over here. So you click, then you drag it, you enforce everything, then you click on create. Okay, when you come here, we don't have any order ID. The order ID we are having here is purchase ID, so it's different from order. So this one is talking about sales, and this one is talking about purchases. So these are the sales order, and this one is sales order line. So this one is purchase order, and this one is what, purchase order line. So take note. So we move on to the next one. So the next one is order line ID. Okay, when you check from here, we don't have any line ID. Also no line ID, no line ID. So it means this table, okay, this primary key, it does not have any foreign key, and it's okay, the system will accept it. When you move on to the product table, as for the product ID, we can see the product ID. We don't have any product ID, also no product ID, but you can see product ID over here. So you just click on the product ID, you bring it here, you enforce everything, then you click on create. Okay, when you are done, then you move on to the next one. Then you also, we come here, you don't have any product ID, but when you come here, you have product ID over here. So you also link it, you enforce everything, you check, then you check the relationship type, product ID, then the relationship type is one to many, then you create it. The next one is we don't have any also, but we have product ID over here. Okay, you enforce everything, then you click on create. So it means this product ID is having three foreign keys. Okay, one at the order line, and one at the purchase order line, and the last one is at the opening stock. Okay, then we come to the purchase order. When you come to the purchase order, the purchase ID is the primary key. So when you pick it, when you check from here is talking about sales. So purchase is different from sales. So you come to the purchase ID is here. So the same way, you just have to enforce everything. Then you click on create. Then you come to the purchase line. Purchase line, we don't have any P line ID. Also P line ID over here, we don't have any P line ID. The same thing. So it means this table does not contain any foreign key. Okay, we move on to the next one, and the next one is supplier ID. We don't have any supplier ID over here. Also we don't have any supplier, the same thing. But we have supplier ID over here. So you click, then you drag it. Okay, you enforce everything, you check your relationship, everything, then you enforce it. So now, as you can see, we are done with the creating of our relationship. Okay, So we save changes. Then you close it. Okay, so to check whether the relationship have been saved, you just click on the database tools, then you come to relationship again, then you check. Yeah, so we close it. Okay, so now we are moving on, and the next thing is we are going to learn how to create forms. Okay, we are going to create forms. And the first form we are going to create is opening balances. Okay, we are going to create forms, and the first form is we are going to create opening balances form. Okay, and when you talk of the opening balances form, we want to see these field names. We want to see the product ID, the description, the quantity, and the unit cost. Okay, we want to see the product, we want to see the ID, also description, quantity, and unit cost. Okay, so the opening balance forms, to create our forms, we just have to click on the create. We are going to create the opening balance form, and we are going to use the opening balance form to enter our opening stock. Okay, so when you check from the opening stock, we don't have anything over here. So we are going to design, or we are going to create a form so that we use it to enter the values. Okay, so the first thing is create. After creating, then you click on form wizard, because as for the form wizard, it will allow you to select any field names you want for the forms. Okay, so my system. Okay, so this is it. So the first, because we have highlighted the opening stock, that is why you can see the opening stock has been highlighted over here. We can click on this arrow to change it. Okay, so the first field name for this table, we can find it for this form, we can find it under opening stock. So in is opening stock ID. So you just select it and you click on the single one, then you come to the next one. The next one is, we are going to select the next field name is ID. The next field name is the next field name is product ID. Okay, so the next field name is ID. The next one is also quantity, and the last one is unit cost. Okay, so we click on next. Then we have, what layout would you like for your form? We have columnar, tabular, data sheet, and justified. When you select the columnar, it means you want to add one record at a time, but this time you want to add multiple records at a time, so you select the tabular. So we click on next, and we change it to maybe opening stock form. So you click on finish. You maintain the first option, then you click on finish. So this is our opening stock form. Okay, and as you can see, we have the product, the opening the opening stock ID, the product ID, the quantity, and the unit cost. But when you check from here, okay, as for the product ID, maybe in our shop now we are having 3 items over there. Okay, there were 3 items. But how do you know say maybe your shop near what about 100 products, 100. Yɛntumi mfa all the product ID ne nyinaa ntu yɛ tirim. Okay, yɛntumi keep ne nyinaa, never. Say yɛde ne nyinaa all the product ID ne yɛde ne nyinaa atu yɛ tirim, yɛntumi nyɛ ne saa. So the best way is say yɛbɛ replace the product ID with the product name or the description. Okay, so yɛbɛ delete the product ID ne yɛ replace it with either the product name or the description. Okay, so that the system no be allow you always be able to identify things easily. Okay, because as for this example we are having only 3 products. Okay, in the end easy, so we say, oh, maybe product number 1 for jacket liner, and now the third one is for gloves. But maybe in provision store no, you can have maybe thousands of products over there. So the best way is you be the product ID we see over here and change it to maybe the product name. So to do so, you just have to turn to the design view. Okay, you click on this arrow, then you click on design view. When it comes to the design view, we are having our form over here. So as you can see, this side is the label and this side is the detail side or the text box. So you just have to click on the product ID, then you delete it. Okay, then you click on design. We are going to replace it with a combo box. You click on design, then you come to, after clicking on the design, you click on combo box. These are the icons, and this one is a text box, and this one is a label button or something. So you come to combo box, then you click on it. Okay, when you click on it, you come and place it to where you deleted the product ID. So you place it and it will open a pop-up menu for us. Okay, it will open a pop-up menu for us, and the first option is I want the combo box to get the values from another table or query. The next one is I will type in the values that I want, and then the last one is find a record based on the selected one. So you select the first option, we maintain the first option. We want the combo box to get the values from another table because we are having our product we are having the description or the product name under the product table, so we can get the values from there. So we select the first option and click on next. After clicking on next, which table or query should provide you the value? So value now open. We want the description or the product name. Where can you get the product name or the description? It's from the product table. So you select it and you click on next. After selecting it and clicking on next, you select the product ID, then you select the description. Also, you click on next. As for the ascending, there is no need, then you click on next. This time around, we only want, when you click the unhide key column, okay, it will come with the product ID, and the combo box always pick the first field name. So if you uncheck the box, it will select the first field name, so there is no need saying Adam. But because we want to see the product name, we will check the box so that hide the product ID. Okay, it will hide the product ID near whom the product name or the description. So after checking the box to hide the product ID, you click on next, and the option is store that value in this field. So we are going to store it in this field, and after say I store in this field now, which field? You click on this arrow to select the product ID, because when you check, once before say ebe replace it with the combo box you delete product ID nti the product description you replace the product ID, but the moment you enter or you select the field name, the moment you select the product name no ebe call on the opening stock table no so call recording with the product ID. Okay, even though I enter the product name. So after selecting the product ID, you click on next and you name it. As for the combo box, what label would you like for the combo box? It is not necessary, you don't need it. So you click on finish. After clicking on finish, so you click, the combo box always comes with its own labels, and as I've already explained to you, the labels are here, so we don't need this one. So you click on the label you see over here. This combo box is this one. Okay, combo box 9. So you press your delete key and it will vanish from there. Then after that you rename here. After that, let me do something small. Let me adjust this. Me adjust the kakra. Okay, then I can edit it. So I'll just edit the product ID to maybe product name or description. Okay, then I'll save changes. I want to see the form in pop-up menu, so I'll just select the form. When I can click here to select the form, or I can click on the, after clicking on the here to select the form, I'll click on the property sheet, then the selection type, I'll select form, then I'll change the pop-up to yes. Okay, then I'll save changes and turn to the form view. So this is the form view. Okay, to turn to the design view again, right click on it, then you turn to the design view. So we turn to the form view again. We are now going to enter our records. Okay, so we are having our records over here. So the first product, okay, and the quantity maybe 100, and the price is 54. The next one, and maybe the quantity was 80, and the price is 35. The next one, the last one, and the price is the quantity was maybe 95, and the price is 25. Okay, so we are done. When you are done, you click on this new. Okay, so when you are done, you can close it and go and open your opening stock table. So these are the values you see over here. So as you can see on the opening stock form, we are having the products. We don't have any product ID, we only have the description, but as you can see from here, we are having product ID. So because we deleted the product ID and replaced it with the description or the product name, that's why any store the value. If you remember, at the pop-up no, you store no, the wizard no, you store that value the product ID. That's why now on the opening stock form, okay, you select a jacket liner no, even though you select a jacket liner no, but jacket liner na maha. Okay, the name did not come here. It's the product ID. Okay, it's the product ID. So this is how it works. So product ID nini. Okay, so we are done with the creating of opening forms. So as for today, we will end here, and next time we are going to continue. And the next one is going to be the sales and the purchase invoice. Okay, sales and the purchase invoice. And as I've already told you, the opening stock form, to create it, you just have to click on the create tab, then you select form wizard. After selecting the form wizard, you select your opening stock table under the tables or queries, then you select all the field names. After selecting the field names, you click on next, then you select tabular as a layout, you click on finish, then you turn to the design view and delete the product ID and replace it with the description, so that you'll be able to see the product name. It could be you may have hundreds of products within the organization, so you have to take note of that. So we are going to end here. If God willing, we will continue. So please try as much as possible to get a copy of the book. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.